Welcome back for part 2 of our Combiner Wars Titan Class Devastator series as we march on toward reviewing this. It is the Perfect Effect PC07 upgrade kit for Titan Devastator. And in part 2 we're going to look at Scavenger. And Scavenger, why do you have your arm raised? Why are you looking so full of yourself? Because I haven't got Bone Crusher's hip problems. Oh. Well, you know, Bone Crusher was a 9. Let's see how you stack up. How about you be the focus of part 2? This is the GotBot true review of Voyager class Combiner Wars Scavenger. Hey YouTube Nation, hey TF fans, and anyone else in the audience. Please check me out on social media, links down in the description below. And check out my first novel, The Everything Factor, and my newest work, Machinery of Man. All those links down below. On to business. This is Voyager class Combiner Wars Scavenger. And just for comparison's sake, here he is with a leader class, being Ultra Magnus, who's a fantastic figure we'll eventually get to. And here he is with a Generations Voyager, Blitzwing. I didn't do this comparison with Bone Crusher, but the same holds true here. They're large Voyagers, generally. And I find their heads are almost a bit too big if you compare it, say, to his or his. It's almost a bit too big, but nevertheless, it is what it is. And the head sculpt, that being said, the head sculpt is, I mean, that is Scavenger, no doubt. This piece here, his gun, again, I added custom paint. Make sure that you choose a paint stick that will cure easily, and trust me, silver doesn't cure that easily. Put this down, and you have forearm hand of Devastator. It is what it is. In terms of paint apps, this guy's a 10. I love the purple pants. I love his, silver chest hair. I love his, red on the shoulders, or the pecs, I guess, maybe you would call it. So he's a 10 there. Posability and playability. Head on a ball joint that goes right around. He can look up very little, but he looks down, a nice bit. Looking down on everyone else. Arms right around on a ball joint. Elbow 90 degree to ball joint. We have a swivel, which is great. He doesn't have any waist articulation, but I don't really care. Legs can go right out. We have ankle tilts for days. I mean, I can't do the splits and do this. By the way, Bone Crusher had the same ankle tilts. I don't know if I showed that or not. Knee bend almost 90 degrees, and swivel at the thigh. He has pretty much everything that you'd want him to have. He's stable, he stands like a champ. So posability, playability. By the way, in vehicle mode, he rolls really well. I will show this off now. This doesn't move. I love this paint here, and we have a twist there. Outside of rolling, that's all the articulation in vehicle mode. So, posability, playability, he's getting a 9. He's getting a 9 because of this piece not moving. Actually, you know what? I don't care about that piece not moving. Yeah, he's going to get a 10. You can do anything you want with this guy. So, paint apps a 10, posability, playability a 10. Let's look at transformation for this guy. And it's pretty intuitive and easy. Chest down. And head flips in. Chest up. You come to his arms, and you flip in the wrist, you bring it down and flip that up, and you should be able to, actually, you know what, before we do that, before we bring that down, we can flip in the wrist on this side though. Before we flip in the wrist, let's detach his waist and just bring that down out of the way. Now we can bring his arms all the way down and bring this arm all the way down. Flip it up like this, and when you flip it up like this, you will notice that there's a peg here and a peg here and a couple of holes that you can guide it in to lock it. On the other side, flip out the roof of the tractor canopy, and again bring it up and guide it in on those same holes and pegs on that side. Let's get his tractor arm out of the way. That brings us down here to this piece. We will unpeg and unpeg because, you know, that has to happen. We will close up his leg, and we will compress his leg, close up his feet, and close up his feet. And he's looking pretty scavenger-y now. We do not unpeg that yet. We fold this whole section down, this whole waist section that we just had free flowing, we fold it down so that it's flat. When we do that, you'll notice, or you should notice, that we have a hole here, we have a hole here, we have a purple peg here, and we have a green peg here. This will come up around, and you slot that into both. Locks very nicely. Same on the other side, just slot into both. Mine just came out. There we go. And that's vehicle mode, and he rolls like a champ. I love it. I love it. I think it looks great. A lot of people have complained about this. Mine stays fine. That's all I can tell you. Mine stays fine. Put them in arm mode is super simple. When you come down here, you just unpeg the bottom. You can leave it pegged in up on top for stability's sake. And you reach in, you fold this section down. So keep these pegged in up here for stability's sake. Fold this section down. Turn it. You have a peg hole here. You have a peg in on the arm. You put it on like that. And you turn the, here you go. You turn the hand and boom, there you go. You have another arm for Devastator. Transformation for this guy, it's quick, it's easy, it's intuitive. A 10. He's a 10 across the boards. What can I say? Scavenger is your measuring stick, folks. So that is it for part 2. We are done. We're going to move on to part 3 as we march toward this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you inside the videos.